the city is dealing with a funding gap. Infrastructure is crumbling and spending hasn't kept up. That's left a backlog of $3.8 billion in needed work just to repair and maintain existing assets. Think roads or arenas like this one. And that number doesn't even include water and sewer pipes. Alex Cullen, a former city councillor, has spent years calling for a solution.
This has been going on for quite some number of years. The councils, by sticking to a low tax regime, have allowed the infrastructure portfolio to slide. And so it's just accumulated. We have swimming pools, we have arenas more than 40 years of age. They're due to be upgraded.
He calls this a perennial problem. Council after council has passed plans to fill the gap, but it's only grown. Now city staff say they have a new plan. They'll take out debt, drain reserves, and earmark money from future tax increases. But that only covers a fraction of the gap, just to keep up with the highest priority work.
I disagree with staff's approach. They're trying to cut down the problem to size by eliminating some of the things that we take for granted in terms of accessibility, in terms of having measures in place to deal with climate change, in terms of new technology to service people.
City staff are floating one controversial solution, an infrastructure levy. Take a look at your tax bill and you'll see separate lines for police and transit. If this idea goes through, it might add another one. Now, city staff aren't explicitly recommending it, at least not yet, but they say their one-time funding solutions will only go so far, and city council might eventually have to revisit the issue.
I think people will buy that because they want to maintain their facilities. It's dedicated, it's time limited, and I think it's a good answer because you cannot continue to let this slide. It just costs too much money.
Councillors have been here before. Almost 10 years ago, 8 of them put forward the idea of an infrastructure levy. But it divided council and was later withdrawn when the city found a surprise windfall of money. The new funding plan comes to Finance Committee next week and then goes to Council for a final vote. Arthur White-Crummey, CBC News, Ottawa.